Hi Libra, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. All right, let's go. Oh no, hey, whoa. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. There's been a lot of love coming through the last, this week is a lot of love. So let's see what's coming through for you, Libra. I am starting with like this card, the Tigger energy for you right now. Just absorb that beautiful fire. So this is my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I haven't used it in a while. Used to use it a lot and I like it. It needed to go into, I like to say, it went into Four of Swords energy. It had a little time out. It was reflecting. It was meditating. It was resting. It was rejuvenating. And now it's back. And me and the deck are just having a good time communicating with each other. So what can we bring to you, Libra, through the cards? What's coming, baby? First, we're going to find out, what's coming towards Libra, whether it's a person, a situation, or a circumstance. What is coming? What is coming towards Libra? Oh, lizard. Oh, interesting. Someone who is very intuitive, very empathic. This is fire energy. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I was going to say Libra. Take it as it resonates. I don't know. The lizard usually with this card, like I get someone who is very empathic, who absorbs a lot of other people's energies. And they often need to take time out. Like lizard usually comes out to tell you that it's time to take a time out. It's time to pull away from groups and activities. It's time to find that rock for yourself in the sun and just, release energies that aren't yours. Recharge with the light and the warmth of the sun. And just ground yourself in the earth again. It's interesting. It feels, I'm getting two feelings from this card. I'm getting it feels like a situation is coming towards you that's going to allow you to go into that energy. And B, but it does feel like the situation is somehow coming towards you via a person or via a person. Interesting. It's good energy. Let's just put it at that, right? Like this is really good energy. It's a great card to pull out for something coming towards you. All right. I will pull out tarot cards to clarify. Now we want to know, like, how are you going to feel? What kind of energy or feelings is this going to put Libra into when lizard comes towards them? There's too many. I'm not doing 5, 6 cards. Come on, Libra. Card, maybe 2. 1. How's this going to make you feel? Here we go. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. You got the camel card here. This is also fire energy, which is kind of funny. It's a funny card because I don't feel fire in this at all. But there's a reason that, we have camel here for the fire. Doesn't it look like, when you look at this card, for me, I feel like cool, clear air. I feel like if I'm standing somewhere, like maybe I'm in the desert and the sand still feels warm on my feet. So, when your feet feel warm, it makes an impact on how the rest of you feels. So even though you're standing in this cool air that's around you, the sky is you know what? It's not, like there's lines coming down here. I guess depending on the reading or what energy I'm getting from it, you could say maybe this is water starting, but I don't feel like that. I feel it's almost like shooting stars, like magic energy in the sky. That it's just one of those nights where if you've been out in nature, and there's nothing else around. And you can see so much sky. There's just shooting stars. You can see the galaxy. The air is cool, but it's not cold. It's just fresh, like a fresh cool. And the ground is still warm from the heat of the day. So that's what I get with that card right now for you, which again is a really nice energy, Libra. But it's fire because the camel brings balance. So the camel is able to go through the desert. Isn't that interesting? We have 2 animals here that really are associated with heat. So, you know, maybe you've been feeling kind of hot lately. Maybe you've been feeling overworked, stressed out. I love the way they're both mutually looking at each other. Like they both see each other. They both understand. It's feeling, you know, it does feel like it's somehow coming towards you via a person. But it is like, this is hotter. This is that heat of the day. Air that I feel. And then it's cool. And camel brings that balance. Because camel is really about balancing the fire within. Because the camel is able to be in that hot desert for days. But, you know, by storing all of the water within their hump through, I think it's fat, like it's a fat storage or something, that, like I don't think it's an actual big thing of water. I don't think you can tap it and put like a little spigot in there and pour water to come out. Kind of gross, actually. But yeah, there's a balance. It's going to really make you feel balanced. It's going to bring balance back. Grounded. Wow. I have to say, out of all the readings that I've done so far this week, they've been great. Some of them have been really wonderful stories and information coming towards people. This is probably the best energy that I've pulled all week. Yeah, this is really good. I almost don't want to pull any tarot cards and have it change, because that can happen. And that is part of doing a reading, I often find, particularly when I mix oracle cards and tarot cards. Sometimes I find the first part of a reading may resonate a certain way with a certain group, and it's like, yeah, that's my story. And then I start pulling out tarot cards, and sometimes the tarot cards can take it in a completely different direction. And then the other group of people say, that's my story. So, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest behind, because it is a general reading. So, you know, I do feel like sometimes Spirit's just trying to get out as much information as they can to the masses. Lizard. Let's get more information about how Lizard does come towards you. Because it is, like, look at, and I feel like you acknowledge Lizard, Lizard acknowledges you. You know, it's just, it is time. We need a little time out here. We need a little time out, and we're going to get some balance. Particularly, yeah, for Libra. Libra needs this time out, this balance. I made the mistake a little while ago of saying, okay, when piles of cards come out, I will take them. And it usually is like a little sequential story. Like it's clarification. And now it's always piles of cards that come out. So much more work, Spirit. All right, what do we have here? This is an interesting story. Like 6 or 7 cards here. 3, 4, 5, 6. How does Lizard come towards you? So the first card that we have here is the Ace of Swords. So there's a beautiful clarity, truth that comes out. Sharing the truth, expressing clarity. So someone is going to come towards you and express the truth, or you're going to have a better understanding. Thinking clearly. Definitely thinking clearly. Interesting. The message that I'm getting with the Lizard right now, as that Ace of Swords has come out. So whoever comes towards you that triggers this energy, that triggers, you know, what there's more to be told with the tarot, clarifying Lizard, how it comes towards you, is it's not so much the person. They're just the vehicle. Look at it this way. When you're eating popcorn, what are you really trying to shove in your mouth? Like, let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to shove the butter and the salt in my mouth. The popcorn is just a vehicle for the butter and the salt to go in there. Honestly, right? Like, come on. And, you know, if you have, like, you have a beautiful fresh baguette and you smother it with butter, again, the baguette is a vehicle to get the butter in the mouth. That's me. That's just me. I'm sorry. And it's just not appropriate to start scooping butter in your mouth. So you need a vehicle. This person, whoever comes towards you, is more a vehicle. They're not necessarily a big impact on your life. Maybe it's somebody you already know. Somehow they come towards you and it triggers something. Maybe their energy shifts your energy. And yeah, so I feel like the Lizard is more the energy that is that you've been in, that you're coming towards. You need this rest. You're going to be rejuvenated. And it is somehow triggered by someone. And I'm not going to focus so much on who this person is because I don't think it's hugely significant. I think what's significant is this change in energy for you that's bringing in like balance and clarity, rejuvenating. Isn't it fresh? Like I just keep going back to that idea of standing. Maybe you're standing on a big beach somewhere. It's been a hot day, but it's evening now. The sun is totally set. There's no twilight left in the sky. It is dark. It is dark. There's just a bit of a moon. So, you know, it's enough to light your way a little bit. The sand is so warm on your feet. It hasn't, like, it's been warming up all day. The sand is so warm on your feet. And the air is just fresh. And you're sort of experiencing like this magical moment where you can just see the stars and the galaxy and the Milky Way and the Big Dipper and all that wonderful stuff. And then some shooting stars, just, it's like a magical moment that you couldn't have planned for. You know, when you know there's going to be a meteor shower, let's get the kids out, we're going to have naps today, we're going to be out till like 1 a.m., we're going to lay in, and then it's cloudy. It's like, oh, it didn't work. This is not one of those. This is it. Like when something just comes together and then you're in it and you're experiencing it and you're like, this is what life is. This is what being a human being is about. Not being a human doing. I'm just being a human being. And I am being witness to just the most beautiful experience on so many levels of my senses. The warmth of the sand, the touch, the smell of the fresh air, the coolness of it in combination with the heat in your feet. And then the visual experience of these stars in a galaxy, it's a beautiful energy, Libra. I just feel like you've been in the hot desert for a while. You've been feeling burnt out. Let's put it like that, just feeling burnt out. And you need an experience that just brings you back to connecting with the beautiful divine existence of being you and having an experience that is just for you, almost just for you. And I hope that many of you can relate to that. Like even, I have a lot of those that I've sort of chalked up in life to times when I've gone up north, and particularly in the winter, because it does get darker much earlier here in Canada in the winter. So, you know, 5 o'clock, it's black. It's black out, 5 p.m. And you go out, and no other cottagers often go out in January or February. So it's quiet. And you walk out, and the sky is just magnificent with stars. And the air is so clear and crisp. The shooting stars start going by. All of a sudden you hear something. It's not even it's almost like just soft movement in the snow, and you look, and then there's a beautiful deer. Just walked by, and it just stopped and looked at you. And you both just acknowledge each other and enjoy the experience, and then it's gone. And you're like, nobody else saw it. Nobody else was there to experience it. It is just for you. And that's what this feels like. Yeah, I almost don't even need, this feels like one of those readings where I feel like I don't even need tarot cards. It's it's a wonderful energy. I feel for those of you that have been feeling kind of burnt out and tired, taking on a lot. I'm getting like some of you maybe looking after parents, caregivers, looking after children, caregivers, looking after work, caregiving to people at work, caregiving to yourself. Actually, no, not a lot of caregiving to yourself. That's what's coming in. It's caregiving to yourself, Libra. It's just, and it's not planned. It's not planned. And that's what makes it so beautiful and so rejuvenating. So, because a lot of times that stuff will come to us when we really need it and we didn't even expect it. I just let the dog out to go pee. Right? Like, it's just like, wow. Everybody else is inside watching TV or doing something. Just like, it's just sort of like that energy, that experience that brings your faith back in existence. Like, this is it. This, right now, in this time, in this space, I need nothing more, nothing less than this experience. I can just go there. I'm like an empath myself. I'm just like feeling it. I'm really feeling, I have a bit of a cold, so sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the moment. But yeah, so then we get the Nine of Wands. I'm going to pull them out. I pulled them out. So Nine of Wands, you know, you've really been through the ringer. But there's this victory coming. It's like the 9 is almost at the end. Feeling really good out there. Like just, actually not feeling particularly good with the Nine of Wands. But this beautiful clarity is coming through. And I think this clarity, I feel like this is how it's going to start. Something's going to happen. Maybe you're just going to wake up. Somebody's going to say something. It's going to connect some pieces to something. And all of a sudden, it's just so clear. Your mind is just so clear, which is just a wonderful thing for an air sign because you guys do tend to think a lot, right? Your mind is just going to be so clear. And it's almost like just for a little while, you're not even going to be overthinking anything. You're just going to be being, that human being, not that human doing. I think that's one of the most important little lessons that any of us can take in this lifetime. We're not here to be doing. We're here to be being. And that's that experience. Just really taking that in. And I don't want you to like to force that experience to happen because I feel like it's coming towards you. It's coming to you. You need it. So the universe is kind of providing it. And the Death card. But this is my rebirth card in this deck because it's a phoenix. The phoenix is being represented as the death. So it's an end to whatever this heat, this overworked feeling, this overburdened feeling. The King of Pentacles, there's that grounded energy. I want to describe that the feeling that I was getting with, you know, standing in the warm sand. Your feet are warm, so it doesn't matter if the air feels cold. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why they have heated floors probably, right? Because if your feet are warm, the air can be cool and it's fine. It's that balance. It's that balance that the camel has between the heat and the cool, the dry and the wet. And that's that balance coming into you. With this King of Pentacles, very grounded. You're going to be feeling very grounded soon. If you've been feeling like just too much is going on, it's just too much. And then the Ten of Swords, which I love to see this too because you had the Death card. It's just like you're the one swiping it away. Just like swipe it away. I'm just going to enjoy this experience. And it's the kind of experience where you can look back on it and you can take in all the elements of that experience. The senses that that were triggered in the experience. Like you can feel the warmth and you can feel the texture of the sand in your feet. And you can feel, you know, you wiggle your toes in it and your feet kind of go in and then you feel the warmth of the sand go over your foot. Like you're going to get, like, go into the details of what this experience is that's coming towards you and just be in it. Just really be in it. Oh, I love it. I just don't want to come away from it. It's so nice. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, typically in the deck, this is someone who is single or doing their own thing. But I want to say, because it is. Because this experience is just for you. Whether you're married, you got kids, or whatever's going on. This is an experience that's just for you. It's just for you. And look at the beauty, the magic of this. She's just, you know, all on her own, playing a piano. And the trees, the nature is all around her. And that's what it feels like. It does feel like you are going to be coming into some sort of experience with nature. It's just going to make you feel so good about life again. Taking the burdens away for a little while. Just taking the burdens away for a little while. And as I said, if while you're experiencing it, just absorb it and truly be in it. And all those little details about how the sand moves on your feet. And if it's not sand, you know what I mean? It's just this experience that you're going to have that's very special. It's special to you somehow. And it just makes you realize that the universe is connected with you. And it was created. A moment in time was created for you to experience. Because no one else is there. Right? It's the Nine of Pentacles. No one else is there. It's just you. Would this experience have happened if no one was there to witness it? To be in it? Maybe not. So it was made just for you. I love it. That's an interesting. So I'm looking at your camel again, and I'm getting more. Like I said, like I feel like I could just read all the energy, all the messages coming out of this card right now. Whatever this experience is for you, there's likely going to be shooting stars. And that is your time to make some wishes. This is opening up this energy, because it's the camel is about balance. It's about, you know, the hot and the cool air, the drought and the storm, or the water, you know, those two, bringing that into balance. And you're the scales of justice. You are all about balance. So by coming into this balance, I do feel that the secondary message for this is that this is an opportunity for you to really make some wishes, and really focus your intent on what it is that you would like. What are some new things that you would like to manifest for yourself? Because that, you're going to be in that energy, like, it's going to be so pure and so balanced. It's going to be hard to walk away from. I'm getting that. I'm getting, like, you know, I get, like, these visuals. I mean, the way to read a card for me, this is how I do it. So sometimes a song will come into my head like this. Not very often with reading cards. Usually it's visuals, and often it's visuals of my own experience in life. And that's the best way, right, for spirit or whoever, to my intuition, to clarify a message, because it's something that I've been through and I understand it on that level. So it's hard to clarify something for somebody if you don't have your own experience to relate to it. So I will get images, and I'm getting an image of situations where I have been up north and I've walked outside to let the dog go out. Everyone else is inside doing something, and it's just forest and sky. And it is so peaceful. You don't want to leave it. You just like, I just want to stand here all night and absorb this. It's just amazing. Like, I mean, I'm an artist, and I've always felt so strongly that there is nothing that any of us can paint, photograph, sculpt that even comes close to the reality. I try. I do. And I get enjoyment out of that, and it's great to express it. It's great. It has its vehicle. But I just, like, the best piece of artwork is Earth. It absolutely is. And how many times you stand out there and you look at the sky? Do you do that? I love going to my son's school because it's on the top of a hill. Either way you go, from east to west, you got to go uphill to get to the school. And it is on the top of a hill. So it's sky, baby. It can be windy there too, though. But it is sky. And sometimes I walk up to the gate. You know, the kids haven't come out yet. And I can just stare at the sky for hours. It's just amazing. But nobody else is. They're looking at their cell phones, or they're just staring at the ground. I'm like, how can you not see what's so amazing around you, right? And that's what feels like is an experience is coming towards you. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe it's as simple as going somewhere where you normally go, and all of a sudden you're just going to become aware of the beauty of what's around you, and everything else is gone, and you're absorbed in it. It is just a moment of peace just for you, to watch the clouds move, to watch their shapes change, and recognize that it is art. It absolutely is an art form. And it's been created for us. We observe it, we enjoy it, we try to recreate it because we're so inspired by it. So that's why I'm saying too that this is a very inspirational energy where you will be able to manifest, even in that moment. Just take a pause and think about what you would like. What would you like to manifest for yourself? Hold it in deeply and then release it to all the energy that's around you that is so nurturing, so grounding, so three-dimensional and in the moment. I'm just going to go to a Journey of Love card. I don't know how many of you like that reading, but the energy is beautiful. It's just beautiful. So let's get a final card for Libra from the Journey of Love Oracle deck. A final card for Libra from the Journey of Love Oracle deck. This card how many times this card has come up this week. It's got to be at least 4 or 5 times. And I've done 9 signs. You're the 9th one. I'm just counting my list here. And it's got to be. So it's like at least half the time this card has come out. And it's contemplation, number 69. But it is a moment of contemplation. But contemplation just through the experience of being, not thinking. Don't think it. Don't think it. Just be in that moment. I'm going to go in the book. You'd think I'd have it memorized by now for how many times it's come out this week. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter the mystery of your life and your being, and to allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love, right? It's not thinking. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding. A question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there is a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. There's no thought there. The communication is not about thinking. It is just about being and feeling, right? And that's the perfect card. Actually, a lot of people got it, but this is the perfect card to kind of explain that energy that you're moving towards as you come out of this overworked, overburdened, hot, fiery, bothered energy. That's the connection. Like, that's your connection, your divine self. You're going to connect with your divine, deeper self. And in that, you're connecting with the universe. It's just really beautiful. I like that. I really love that reading, Libra. Thanks, guys. It was wonderful, even just to come into that energy for a short period of time. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Be gentle with yourselves. Enjoy that experience. And until next time. Bye.